Jeff Vanderloo. Uh, well, kind of. It was for a while a tale of two halves, I guess.
Yeah, there's that first half is probably about as bad a half as I've seen us play in maybe my 14 years, 15 years here. It's uh, it's certainly everything they threw up there went in. I believe they shot almost 70%, and we didn't fight them real hard at the rim, and we're not big enough that we can't do that.
Yeah, I think they said on TV that was the biggest halftime margin we've been down in 33 years.
Yeah, I can't think of any time we've been down more, and I've been here 15. So
Um, yeah, what was? I mean, you knew coming in that they were going to go downhill on us, right?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I mean, we tried to gap them, and they stayed fairly patient. Then they made some shots that, I mean, for first half, that shooting wise, they were, I guess they were five for nine, and but I know for overall they shot almost 70%. I
yeah.
mean that the last three of the half by Chase Ross kind of was typical about how the whole damn half went, and we just couldn't really get anything going, and they just kind of kept feeding and feeding and feeding off everything that was happening. And, they had guys that aren't normally real uh, physical. Chase Parham was physical and scored. James, of course, has been great lately, and he get 21. But I think they had four starters, all but gold. I think we're all in double figures.
Well, I mean, you can burn this tape or you can learn from it or whatever. But so I'm looking for a silver lining here. Let's just say Ross doesn't throw that three in at the buzzer
Yeah,
because he could stand out there all day long with nobody in the gym and not make that one.
right.
Okay. And Josh Dix just had a bad night. Okay.
Yeah,
Let's just say he makes 2 3 pointers. That would still be way below his average.
yeah.
With
I think we're
with 2:40 to go, that would have been a 6 point game, being down
right.
26 at halftime. I
Yeah.
mean,
Josh Dix and Austin, who are probably our two best scorers that way. I think they were 3 for 18. I think Austin made all three of them from the three.
yeah.
Um, that don't win you a lot of games. Now, does that get you beat by 20? I don't know, but it's we've got to get our physicality back a little bit.
Yeah. How was Jason feeling tonight?
Well, we thought he was feeling good. Now, the one problem Jason's had with the injuries is he doesn't practice all the time because we're just leery, and then he's had the bad back, and so we've kind of been trying to nurse him through a time, and we thought those 2 days off would really help after last game, which would have been Thursday and Friday, and some people bounce are great after a couple days off. Jace just he looked like he couldn't catch his breath and couldn't get it going to start things out today.
Oh, okay.
And like he was tired or he was sick or he was, but he certainly early on did not have the physicality and stuff that we need out of him. Now we rely on him so much, as everybody knows. He's one of our very main players that we all feed off of, and it wasn't it wasn't one of his best nights, but somebody else has got to pick the slack up in that case.
Yeah. What else did you see from? Did they do anything differently than you thought?
Not really. Not really at all. I mean, that was pretty much exactly what we thought. They kind of they were maybe a little bit more downhill and a little bit more physical at the rim than we thought they were. And then once they got things going, it's just like everything multiplied for them.
I was impressed though the way we fought back. Because now did they kind of pull the trigger maybe a little sooner than they wanted? Turned out yeah, but I was impressed with the way we battled back there in the second half and didn't quit anyway.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. That's not the kind of guys that we have. We certainly got to become more physical and stick with the game plan a little bit. But the not making shots thing, you have good nights, you have bad nights, and tonight was a bad one. We all understand that. But it's you've got to figure things out when they're not going in. How else you're going to score and how else you're going to keep yourselves in the game. I thought second half we fought. I think we had it to 17, if that's a moral victory at all. And
That was 15. 15.
15, yeah.
Yeah.
So it was, and then they had a couple steals late, of which I can't tell you how many times Mitch showed them on the video during the week that they're going to try to run through lanes and get some steals and go down. And I think they probably had 4 or 5 of those tonight, uncontested breakaways.
Yeah, we just had some. I mean, there were a lot of unforced errors on our part
Yeah.
tonight.
No question about it. I don't even know when we end up with 14 turnovers.
We had
Um,
7 in the first half.
yeah, and I mean, our goal for the night was to stay in single digits. If you can handle all that pressure they put out there, usually you can get good shots. I actually thought to start the game out, we got about 6 good shots, and missed them. But we also have to make sure that we, excuse me, that we touch the paint and kick the ball out. Those are things that we didn't do a very good job of. We just kind of came down through the first average 3 that we got.
Well, it's a bad night when the opposing crowd is chanting Austin Swartz of all people, airball, airball, airball. Then
Yeah.
it's a bad night.
Yep. And it
I,
was, and it's we're gonna find out what we can do from here. I mean, are we gonna come out say like Max said, we just play the team that's in the bottom of the standings. Now we play the team that's in the top of the standings on Saturday, and well, we if we come out with that same physicality, it's
Ooh,
yeah,
you're gonna have to
yeah,
get physical quick here.
yeah, yeah. We're gonna have to get
We got a
physical
guy
real
named
quick.
Reed who
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
you know,
And they got they
huge
got
load.
they got some veteran guys. They got some veteran guys, no doubt about it. And some of that is we play small. We all understand that, but
Right.
even though you play small, you still got to play physical.
Yeah. Right. All right, Lou. We'll let you know. I'll let you go. We know you got to get on a plane. So thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. We'll
You
see you
bet. I
Saturday.
appreciate you guys. Thanks.
Thanks, Lou.
Yep.
That's assistant coach Jeff Vanderloo, and his appearance was sponsored by CareMinders Home Health Care. When you're in need of care for your injured or ill loved one, reach out to CareMinders. Their dedicated staff is just absolutely fabulous, and they will take care of everything you need. Um, whether it's meal planning, total care for your loved one, whatever it is, you'll receive versatile, flexible, and customized care and comfort and peace of mind and well-being. So first, go to caremindersnebraska.com, check out all they have to offer, and then the call 402-932-2211. That's 402-932-2211. CareMinders Home Health Care. We appreciate all their support. All right. Now, we know a lot of you have already started chatting. We've got a way for you to appear on the show, and whoever appears on the show first is going to get an autographed basketball. I think we have one of Jackson McAndrew, if I'm not mistaken. So there you go. There's your prize tonight, whoever comes on. We had great participation last show. By the way, that post-game show, I believe, is our second highest views of any show we've had this year for the Xavier game.
Which game? Oh, Xavier.
And it was the most people we've had watching us when we're doing it live as well. So we want to keep that string rolling. So come on, join us. Send an email, bluejbanner@gmail.com. Austin will let us know if you come on, or AJ will let us know. He'll answer you back. He'll send you a link. You can jump on with us and give us your takes. We've had some great. Debo was great last game, 2 games ago. He was awesome. So bluejbanner@gmail.com. Send us an email. You ever have one of those days, AJ, where things just go bad? Not the roof of the house didn't fall in, but just, everything just seemed to not go good. And 8:30 rolls around and you're just like, yeah, this is just going to top off the day, isn't it? I just got a feeling. I was worried about this game since the last game ended.
Yeah, I think we were all kind of there. Mac has said it a couple times. The 3 through 11 spot in the Big East is all very interchangeable. It seems like on a given day. I mean, we beat Xavier by 40 at their house, and then we barely beat them at home. Probably shouldn't have won at home. I just think that 3 through 11 through the Big East is going to be a toss-up. Who shows up that night? And we did not show up tonight.
Yeah, I didn't want to get into it a little bit. I mean, I'm sorry. We just didn't look right. And I don't say this very often when my team loses, no matter what the sport, because I think it's a lazy comment to just say, well, we didn't look prepared or we weren't ready to play. Okay. How do you know that? So I rarely say it, but it just didn't look like we were ready to play. You know what I mean? Like we were not remotely Lou used the term physical, true, but
Mhm.
even intensity, just with it. After
Yeah.
about like the first 2 or 3 possessions on offense, then it just seemed like we just weren't there.
Yeah, I think our half court offense has struggled all year. To be honest with you, I feel like the games that we play well are games that we're running and gunning and doing what we do best. Um, it's hard to get in a groove when you don't have a true five. I'm going to keep coming back to that, but I felt like on defense and offense tonight, that true five position just killed us. We couldn't get anything going inside, and we just kind of stay stagnant, passing around the 3-point line, and shot clock is we're up against it, and we have to chuck up a shot. It just seemed like that was
Yeah,
half the possessions tonight.
we had more shot clocks tonight than we've had in a while, or down to the end of the shot clock. Anyway,
It was the same thing against
Yeah.
like St. John's, for example. Like we just could not do anything on offense. We just couldn't penetrate the 3-point line.
Yeah, and I think it was more to me more on the defensive end though. We didn't have anybody to
For
stop
sure. I
anybody
mean,
that came into the lane. And when you got Grant Hill talking about Ryan Culver, they really miss Ryan Culver. Well, we miss Kyle Corver too, but he's not in college anymore. So, that's stupid. That's a stupid statement to say. Oh, he covered up all. Well, this is a totally different team. Okay, you can't. Anyway,
no,
it
I'm
was
with you.
just I know those guys were killing time too. Okay, they're trying to get through the night. But yeah, that was defensive end. But again, though, AJ, this is what we have. We don't. We got to go with this. So we got to, we pay a guy on the bench a lot of money to figure stuff out when it doesn't go right. So we got to figure it out. We got to get these guys motivated. We got to give Karam a quick English language course, so maybe he can understand the communication a little better. And we got to get guys motivated to want to stick their feet. And you know what? God bless Karam for putting that guy on his butt when he came in there. I don't care if he got a foul. Somebody had to do it. Nobody did it all night long. Finally, Karam had, laid Ross out. That's what you got to do.
You know who came in ready to play?
Who's
Shane
that?
Thomas.
Yes.
Great minutes.
I was going to say, well, he's flat out unsung hero. Hell, he was a star of the game.
Probably 11 minutes. I mean, he was.
The
Yeah,
team,
he played.
we
really
went on a run when he got in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the run was, but we were down 22, and all of a sudden we were at 15.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not kidding with that. He doesn't slop that one in at the end, so that 15-point lead is now 12.
Yeah.
If we could have just made 2 threes,
I know.
Josh Dix would have went 2 for 10. We'd have been down 6 with 2:40 to go.
I don't like how much our minds think alike, Tim. But I'm going to say something, and I texted this to one of my friends. I said, this is stupid to say at this point, but if we even make 2 of those open threes in the first half that were wide open, this is a completely different game right now.
Are we more in the second half? We missed some too.
Oh, I
We
know,
had a
but
chance.
the first
The
half was
door had
brutal.
one wide open and almost bricked it.
Yeah.
Airballed it, I should say. Jeez, we just,
People hate to hear it, but it's a make shot, miss shot game.
yeah, I mean, and that would have fallen into place, okay, with everything in the Big East with the bottom teams blowing huge leads. I mean, how many has Providence blown this year?
Yeah,
they just blew another one the other night. Marquette would have blown on, and they've actually had kind of some problems on the leads this year too. That would have just fit right in. But
Yeah,
Max, right? And now you look. Let's just say, because does anybody out there have any slight confidence that Owen Freeman's going to play Saturday? I sure the hell don't.
Probably not.
They said his foot was wrapped or something now.
Street clothes. He was questionable up until game time, and he showed up in street clothes. I don't know. Just
I'm sorry.
something's off.
Yeah. Jason's out there playing with one arm, and a bad back. Okay. So anyway, without him, I mean, Reed, Caravan, Ball,
Alexa
those
time.
guys are going to have a field day. A field day.
It's Alexa time.
Well, they're not going to do it. They've
I
always
know.
said they're not. So
I know.
that's out the window.
We just don't have a solution at the 5.
And that's why I was glad to see him play Karam quite a bit, and Karam he got a little more physical there in the last 6-7 minutes of the game. You know,
Well, to be honest, I think our only solution at this point is to play him 25 minutes a game. Like, we just got to get
Yeah.
him going. If we don't get him going, I don't know what else we're going to do.
yeah, and maybe, yeah, I don't know how you do that, but you know, and Isaac's got to be stronger in there. They showed that one replay. That was embarrassing. I know the dude's bigger than you, Isaac, but he's not that much bigger. Stand up to the dude and don't let him push you down, back you down. You can.
Just goes to the theme
I
of the
could
night.
go out there, and if the guy shoved into me, I'd go flying in the backboard basket stanchion. And you know what? They're probably going to call charge. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
like stand up to the guy.
Yeah, that was
I don't.
kind of the theme of the night, though. We just played soft.
Yeah.
But-
And Swartz just sometimes, man, people said, man, we'd love to get in his head. Like, he just looked lost out there after he missed his first couple. It was just defensive mishap. There was a play toward the end of the game, too. And it wasn't even, what's his name? Why am I missing on his name? It's about the third time tonight. I can't remember his name.
Ross, James. Chase.
James. Like it wasn't him. It was one of the other guys. They just blew by him like he was standing still, like at half court. Like,
Yeah, the amount of Marquette dunks today was bad, very bad.
yeah, I
And
just.
how many points in the paint did they have? I think it was.
Oh God! One time it was like
36.
40 to 16, I think.
Oh, it was more. Okay, yeah, that's bad. That's
Yeah.
They had too many, and that one where even he backed down Green all the way to the hoop and just had it right in front of the rim. It's just I don't know how that can
Yeah.
happen.
You know, I'm like, I shouldn't do this, but I'm kind of giving Jason a pass because I know you can kind of almost see it when he gets in that post defending. He's almost like, okay, how can I protect myself? You know what I mean? Like, you know, so I don't,
Yeah.
you know, have something go wrong again. So
I also feel like our defense does not do well when they call fouls on. I forget what you call it when you jump up and you take the contact and you fall backwards. What we always do.
fake charge.
What like Murph taught them that Austin always talks about. Anyways, when they call those fouls, I feel like we just kind of crumble because that's what we've been doing for so many years.
When we do what?
When you jump like straight up and you absorb the contact, fall backwards.
Yeah. Well, that's what you do now. If you notice, almost all teams are doing that now. Like Marquette was doing that to us, and I
But
think Matt was
when
complaining
they
to the
call
ref, like,
fouls on those, it becomes
you're
really
calling
hard.
fouls on us on it, but you're not calling fouls on them. I think Matt
Yeah.
was kind of complaining about that. But you know, yeah, Karam would have been fine, but he brought his hands over. But that was, I don't care. Knock him on his butt. Make sure the next guy that comes in there knows they're going to take some punishment. You know, you can't just let him waltz right in there. That's just ridiculous.
All right, we got a lot of comments. I'm going to start going
Yeah,
through
let's
these.
go. Let's fire.
So
him
first
off.
of all, Martin Swanson said they had over 50 points in the paint. So 50 of 86 points. Martin Swanson, first comment. I got to be honest, one of the most embarrassing performances we've had since the Rick Johnson era. There was a lack of effort on defense, sloppiness on offense. Have to win the tournament now.
Well, I mean, look, do we really want to go to the NCAA tournament? We're going to get destroyed. I mean, Marquette's so far away from being a tournament team. We got beat. We're down 29 points after. Can you imagine if we played somebody like, I don't know, New Mexico or
We're going to find out on
Missouri?
Saturday.
Yeah. I can't wait to see what the point spread is.
Home game. I'm going to say UConn.
It'll be after this
8.5.
game. It'll be inflated, so it'll be at least 13 points.
I'm saying 10. All right. Blue Jay Babe said, no comment tonight, just here. Yeah, I feel that. Jake
Well, we
Peace.
appreciate it.
Yeah. Jake P said Ty and Max said in the post game that it had to do with bad practices leading up to the game. How is that even possible from a coaching standpoint in basically February to not have your team ready to play? Soft.
Okay, well, okay. All right, let me address that.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. Could have well been. I wasn't at a practice this week, but at Mac's little presser yesterday, he goes, "Oh, we had a good week of practice." Then why say that? Don't say that. I would say if I was a coach, and I've heard coaches do this, say, "We had a terrible week of practice. We better figure it out before tomorrow." You know what I mean? Like, all right, there's some stuff out there. There's bulletin board. Plus, you're throwing the other team's going to hear that and go, "Oh, they're coming in here. We're gonna wax them." You know what I mean? Like, I would not say you had a good week of practice. I'd say no, we didn't have a good week of practice. So, who knows what is the truth lies somewhere in the middle.
Right.
I don't know. But I thought, hey, when the other team shoots 68%, there's not very many rebounds to be had. But I thought we did a better job of rebounding, even though we were outsized tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was hard to
we
focus
got
on
beat
rebounds
on
when every
That's
shot they
what
had was a dunk.
shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, our problem was defense again.
Yeah.
Which is kind of strange because when you think about it, like, okay, because after we got through the non-conference, okay, then we went on a nice roll there for a while, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And we weren't letting people just drive downhill on us left to right, left to
No.
right.
Mm-mm.
So what's changed?
I mean, the only thing I can
Jason's
think of
injury,
is
maybe?
just straight up effort.
Yeah, I mean, Jason's injury, obviously, I mean, if you're just
Sure.
without throwing the effort into it, you're probably 100% right. But without throwing that in, Jason's injury, we don't have Owen anymore. But people were complaining that Owen wasn't contributing to the defense, so I don't know. I don't know who else. I mean, that's the only thing that's changed, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
So why would you go into a Marquette game knowing that just? Well, we talked about Mike and I talked about yesterday. We said, this is kind of a trap game for us. We come off a crazy win. We have time off. Now we go on the road to a place where we haven't played well against the last place team, and then we have, one of the top teams in the country coming in to our place the next game. So it's kind of a trap game. We're not good enough to have trap games. Okay. All right. Let me just say that. But that's part of it, I think. Because we do kind of forget, we just think all these transfers, we do kind of forget Swartz is a sophomore. Dix is a sophomore. Ty's a sophomore.
Dix is a senior.
I mean, I'm sorry, not Dix. Blake's a sophomore. Ty's a sophomore. Hud's a freshman. Karam's a freshman. We got a lot of young people out there. Trout really hasn't played the minutes he's ever played before. So
he only played 14 today. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. He's not getting those 34 anymore.
Mm-mm.
But maybe that's an issue. But although tonight I would have taken him out because he was getting done. See, to me, in the second half, I wouldn't have played Jason Green if he's banged up. I would have just said, you sit on the bench. Karam, you and Trout are just going to handle it. And I would have played Hud 15 of the 20 minutes. Shane Thomas, great move. Put him out there for 10 minutes. Maybe throw Ty out there for a while. I would have not played those other guys. Swartz, I'd have sat him on the bench. I said, you know what? If you're not going to give an effort defensively, forget it.
Yeah, I feel like everybody was giving up on defense today. I don't know if you can single anybody out with that one, but
yeah.
I mean, Josh.
I just singling him out for the whole
always,
season because his defense stinks. Let's just be honest.
Yeah,
he played like a young players often do. He plays better defense at home. when things are going well for him.
Mm-hmm.
When things are going well for him, he's fine. Kind of like Nick
That's fair.
Graves. When
Yeah,
things don't go well for those guys, they just kind of disappear. You can't do that. You know, as bad a game as Josh Dix had offensively, he was still trying to block shots at the end. You know,
he was. Yeah, his effort has never been of question.
All right, more comments.
Yeah, really quick. Blake Harper's stat line was kind of crazy today. I was just looking at it. 15 points, 7 for 8 from the floor, 1 for 2 from 3, 4 rebounds.
Yeah, he actually played pretty good in the second half.
Yeah. I
You know,
say he was kind of
he
the
got
reason for the comeback.
into his spot down there.
Mm-hmm.
We've said that all year long.
I
He
know.
doesn't get to that spot enough.
Agreed. Okay. Pete Brooklyn said, unsung hero is the bus driver for getting the team to the plane quickly. I think that might just be the hero, not even the unsung hero.
Leave him in Milwaukee for a while, out in the cold.
Yeah, that might be good. I actually had this thought too. This was another thing that I said. Burning Blade commented and said, why wasn't Coach Matt calling more timeouts in the first half as the game was getting out of hand? Not sure if it would have made a difference. Just would like to know the approach. I made the comment when we were at like the 8-minute mark. Well, at the 8-minute mark, he hadn't called any. And that was like when we were down by, I don't know, 16 or 18.
Yeah, he called one on a run, and then he called another one when Parham went down and dunked that one. Then he called another timeout. It was like 2 minutes ago. So I don't know what point, but he did call too.
I think it was towards the end of the first half.
You don't want to call like, so the team makes 8 points in a row, so now it's a 6-point game. You don't want to call timeout there. I mean, you're not stopping any run at that point. There's a lot of game left.
I disagree with you there because
but
the reason that they went,
not going to help if you don't change what you're doing.
But the reason that they went on that run right in the beginning was because of our terrible I mean, they were just getting dunks after dunks. It's like you have to settle your team down while it's still a game, right? While it's still achievable, and say we're folding on defense, fix it fast, or we're done for. I just feel like that conversation needed to be had, and it wasn't. So then it got away really quick.
Yeah, but in the timeout he called, we were still only down 18, and we ended up being down 29.5. So obviously, I think it's more, those timeouts to me like are more to get the crowd settled down a little bit, okay? Because the players' feet, especially a young team like Marquette's going to feed off the crowd. B, you set up a play on offense that can get you a bucket and get things kind of stopped. Usually Mac does a pretty good job with that, but tonight it didn't matter. We weren't making shots. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I think this is the last one. Jake P said, effort is one thing, but if we're going to have a roster of shooters, they can't go 7 for 34 from 3. Like you guys said, no center is a huge hole to overcome, but none of these guys can shoot well consistently.
Yeah, I mean, again, we're missing Jackson McAndrew, who would help a lot. He's not a center, but boy, would he have helped a lot, right? And we don't have, the guy we brought in on the portal doesn't play. So what are you going to do? You're bringing in some European guy that's probably not ready, and then you're putting a guy out there with one arm. I mean, that's all you got. It's just, you either forfeit all the games or play with what you got. So, we've kind of done this with duct tape and baling wire here for about a month. And we're 6. And here's the deal. This is another thought that came to my mind in the second half. How bad is the Big East if we're in 4th place? How horrible is the Big East?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's
terrible.
There's just 8 mediocre teams. That's all it is. I mean, there's just, outside of UConn, St. John's, nobody stands out. So
and Villanova's the 3rd best, and they're head and shoulders above. Like how we beat them, I'll never know. You don't
think we'll beat them at home?
No, I looked at our schedule. I'm here to tell you, people. I wouldn't be shocked if we won 2 more games. And went 8-12 in conference. Tell me who we're sure thing gonna win.
I mean,
Give
no,
me a
I don't
game.
think there's any sure wins.
Okay, so we could lose them all.
Yeah, we could. I mean, like I keep saying, the 3rd through 11 is just so interchangeable. We saw what Marquette can do. We've seen what Xavier can do. We've seen what Providence can do.
We're not beating Providence at home. We're not beating Providence at home.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
I take that back.
Providence.
Kim English. By the way, did you see the mob out Providence chanting Fire King? They had a snow day and they're just all out drinking in the street. They were all chanting Fire King. And everybody's like, well, this is pretty mean. No, it's not. They just blew an 18-point lead to one of the worst teams in the league, Georgetown, at home. And in the last 4 minutes of the game, he didn't have Jones in there. How do you not have that dude playing 35 minutes a game? That's good. And then this young reporter who I think is either still in school or just starting asked the question, and he didn't get a good answer, so he followed it up. And Kim English kind of acted like he was a little off-put by it and just goes, because I see it in practice. I see what happens. You know what I see? That dude's a baller.
Yeah, did you see him tonight against UConn?
Yes.
He looked like the most athletic guy on the floor.
Yes. How can you not have it? He didn't play him at all in the last 3-4 minutes of the game. How can
that's tough.
do that? Oh my word! That's just a bad coach right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, I agree. I mean, they obviously just beat Creighton.
So that being said, Providence has played UConn really tough two games.
Mm-hmm.
Should have won at least one, and maybe should have won tonight too.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that.
But they were right
they
there.
They played them close, but I feel
right
like
there.
Again, I always kind of knew UConn was going to win that, so I just never really.
But so they beat us, but they almost gave it away, right? They should have beat Georgetown. They gave that one away. Who else? They gave up a big lead to St. John's, wasn't it? Yeah.
They beat St. John's.
Oh no, who was it? They gave it Villanova. I think they gave a big lead to. So they can't, they gave a big lead to Marquette, so they gave a big lead to too. So if they don't give up a lead, I don't see us beating them. They got too much. How are we going to stop? We couldn't stop this dude tonight who's 5'10". How are we going to stop that dude from going to the hole?
Okay, he's 5'10", but he is a freak athlete. Let's just put that out there.
I don't know if he's a freak athlete.
Okay,
he's a very quick player. I don't think he's a freak athlete. The Jones is a freak athlete. So anyway, Georgetown, now that they got their stuff going, yeah. We're not going to win in Georgetown. Thank God we're done with it. We're not going to win at Hinkle. We never play well at Hinkle. Butler's got it going on right now.
I think we can win that game. I think we can win at Hinkle, and I think
we can
win.
We can beat Seton Hall at home just because they can't score.
Yeah, it's a winnable game for sure.
Now that the refs are calling fouls against them, I think we got a chance.
We should have won that game. That was
no. I mean, did you hear
Shaheen
Shaheen the other day? He was complaining about how the refs are calling fouls against them now. Well, yeah, because you're fouling. So I think we probably can beat DePaul at home. There's
DePaul
the two
looks
right there.
Pretty tough.
Yeah, I mean, who else? Am I missing somebody?
Okay. I see what you're saying with like the two, but I could just as easily see that being 6 or 7. That's what I keep saying.
Having more wins on the way out.
Yeah, like I could see us beating Butler. Okay. I could see us beating DePaul. I could see us beating Seton Hall.
Okay, hold on. Let's add them up. So we got.
I'm not saying we're going to win them.
Now. We're done with Marquette, so we have Providence. Okay. I feel like I'm missing somebody. I don't know why, but. Okay, so we have Providence. Okay. At home. All right, so I'll give you that one. All right. We go to Georgetown.
Like KenPom projects us to win 5 more. Let's just go in order here.
Yeah, but I bet when KenPom updates tomorrow, it'll be 2.
It already did update. All right, so UConn. We're projected to win 5 more games on KenPom. Like that's realistic.
Providence. All right, I mean, Who is he picking? Providence, Georgetown, DePaul, Seton Hall, and Butler.
I'm gonna go in order here. Georgetown, Seton Hall, DePaul, and Providence. So we're
We
predicting to lose to
DePaul twice, I'm telling
UConn,
you.
Villanova, UConn, St.
This-
John's, Butler.
Everybody's sleeping on DePaul. I'm telling you, DePaul is really good this year.
DePaul is
DePaul of the 3 through 8 teams, if you were going to take what would that be? 3 through 11. I'm sorry. So is that 8 teams? Yeah. So let's kick Villanova out. So 8 teams. Okay. DePaul's clearly in the top half of those 8. Clearly.
Yeah, I mean, do I think we can beat them once or twice? I do.
I don't. 5 more games. I don't see it.
Again, I'm not saying we will.
Unless something really big changes. And I mean to suddenly we stop people driving through the lane on us. 2, Owen decides he wants to play. 3, Jason gets better. Not totally healed, but better, so he can a little more confidence that he's not going to get injured. Okay,
4, I
those 3
donate my
things.
foot to Jackson McAndrew and get him back out there.
I told him the other night, I said, you're off the scooter, get out there. You know what?
If he needs a foot, I will give
Probably
him
could have hit a couple threes tonight.
Probably could have. And he's also
and our defense
10
really
player.
wouldn't have suffered.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so mean. All right. Hey, want to thank another one of our sponsors because we love our sponsors. That's RTI Threads. Go to rtithreads.com. Check out all they have to offer. Tees, hats, shirts, hoodies, quarter zips, you name it. They've got it. If you want merchandise for your business, they will draw it up, give you an outline, give you a plan how you want it to look, and they will print it up, and it will look great. So check them out. Go to rtithreads.com. And by the way, I got to show off the swanky Blue Jay Banner T-shirts, which are awesome. So there we go. We just got them in. They just came in today. So another shipment. So check them out. That's rtithreads.com. All right, we got more. I see we have a total of 10, and then the last I looked, it was 7. So we've got to have some more chats in there.
Yeah, there's 2 more that we can go over. Jerry Lamp said, do you think we need to change our defense philosophy and not worry about fouling? I'd rather hammer someone and make them earn it from the free throw line than just giving up an easy basket after easy bucket. So, and then someone else just basically said, throw an elbow. So basically change our philosophy to play more aggressive.
I don't know if we need to necessarily change our philosophy, but if we just get tougher, like Lou said, you probably, in effect, will have some fouls called against you, in once in a while. So I think the 2 kind of go hand in hand, I know, Mac, we don't just want to foul all the time, but who was it? It's Sean Miller, Texas. He had a great line the other day. He goes, hey, if you need a foul, my team's the team for you. They will foul you all day long. See, I liked honesty from guys.
That's fair.
All right, BlueJayBanner.com. BlueJayBanner@gmail.com. BlueJayBanner.com is cool to go to too. But go to BlueJayBanner@gmail.com. Send us a note. We have nobody on there. I don't get it. Martin, don't you want a basketball? Another one to your collection? Come on, jump on. Casey, you out there? Jump on, man. All right. So worst call of the night. I was ready to go if they were going to call that a flagrant on Karen.
Yeah, that was
that was going to be the worst call.
Yeah. I don't know. Again, it was hard to focus on refs and calls when we were just letting dunks every time down the floor. It just kind of shifted my focus a little bit,
I'm seeing some really good officials just miss call, like in the UConn Providence game. Roger Ayers, one of the best officials in the country, right in front of him. Oswin tipped the ball out. I mean, it went off his hand. Everybody in the whole place saw it. And he said it went off UConn. I just don't know how they missed those. I mean, they're just...
Okay, to that point, the travel in the first half that they didn't call. I forgot who it was. I think it was James. He like threw it kind of to someone. Marquette player wasn't there anymore, and he grabbed it himself.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a
Is it
blatant
just me,
travel.
or did you agree with me on this? Does it seem like they're just less and less and less and less and less travels? Like they're letting guys get away with more and more and more and more and more and more and more. It's rare they even call travel anymore. There used to be 6, 7, 8 travels a game. Now there's hardly ever any. Like I thought Graves traveled. I thought he moved his foot. They didn't call that. I thought Gold traveled once in there.
Yeah.
Didn't call it. Yeah, it just...
There was a couple times when Parham was posting up that it looked like he would just shuffle his feet, and they never called that either. So
was it the BYU Arizona game last night? I did see them finally call a travel where the guy caught the ball, took 2 steps, and then went up with the dunk. Didn't dribble it, but he kind of like did the little shuffle at first when he grabbed it because he was so excited. I was like, nice job, officials. Don't let him get away with that. Yeah, okay. I hear you. Worst call of the night is that we showed up at all. That was the worst call. So unsung here, we're going to go with Shane.
I think so, yeah. I mean, either that or Dix, just because he had incredible effort in defense all night, and he was the only one.
Yeah, but I mean, you are kind of a shooter. You do kind of have to make some shots.
Yeah, 0 for 9 hurts.
Yeah. And then, it's another thing is Swords. So we're kind of, second half, we're kind of getting back. We were on the edge of getting it down, and this is early. This is like 10, 12 minutes to go. Getting it under 20. And then Swartz jacks up a 30-footer, and it barely grazes the rim. I mean, come on, dude. What are you doing?
He's a momentum guy. He makes it. Everything is, his glory, and we're on a run. But
that was I just kind of chuckled like, wow, you're chanting airball to a guy who just scored 33 like a week and a half ago. Like, careful, do that because we could meet in the Big East tournament and he may throw up 35 on you, okay?
Yeah, I mean, fans will do what fans will do.
Hey, so let's talk. Apparently, hold on. Let me get the guy's name because God knows he listens to Blue Jay Banner today. Okay. Let me call him out here. Lincoln Leon apparently just has Creighton in his head and likes to listen to Blue Jay Banner today. And when I said it yesterday, I thought to myself, there's somebody Husker fan out here who's going to hear this. And sure enough, I said, well, I don't know if Illinois was really playing their best basketball when they lost to Nebraska. I wasn't looking at a schedule, Leon. Okay. Leon pointed out that they had beaten Tennessee, Ohio State, Ohio State's like beating Seton Hall. I mean, it's not, it's not, for a team of Illinois' stature, that's not a big win. They beat Missouri, who after tonight just got their doors blown off or is not going to be in the field. So that's like beating, I don't know, us or Providence. I mean, that's nothing for Illinois. But their coach after the Nebraska game, he goes, no, we didn't play defense. And we haven't been playing defense for several games, and we've gotten away with it. And we're not rebounding like we should have, and we've gotten away with that. Okay, so he said after the rest, that's what he said. I'm just reading what he said. So Leon didn't like that I said that. You know what, Leon? I hope you're listening. You can say Nebraska lost tonight. Playing without arguably their best player, losing by 3 at Michigan. That was one hell of an accomplishment right there.
And they had that game won They went on a
yeah.
3-minute drought.
Yeah. Well, you know, they went 0 they were 0 for 9 at one point from 3 in the second half. Okay,
I mean,
I know that's what everybody's going to talk about, but come on, dudes, you could not miss in the first half, okay?
Well, yeah.
As we know, those things come back to the mean, okay?
Mean reversion.
Especially when you're playing a high-level team like Michigan who has a lot of long defenders, okay?
Did you watch the game, Tim?
Yeah.
Was
absolutely.
that a charge against Hoiberg at the end?
What
Go
play
ahead
was
on the go ahead basket when Michigan drove to the hoop and Hoiberg was definitely set. I don't like the whispers. It was a
I
charge.
didn't think so. No,
Come on.
no, I didn't.
Really?
I didn't. I thought they got screwed on some calls, but I didn't think
Yeah.
that was it. No, I don't remember. I sort of remember the play. I don't. In my mind, didn't like rewatch it, the replay, and I don't know what I was doing. My wife was mad at that point at me, so she probably went to bed, and I was getting mad. So, no, she was still awake when the Creighton game was because she goes, I'm going to bed because you're going to be in a lousy mood. I go, they're down 18 already. This baby's over, okay? This is only going to get worse.
There's no sulking here. We're
Yeah.
already down 18.
I told her, you know what upsets me? I can't start this damn show for another hour because God knows we did. It'd be like the Purple Daily guys starting their post-game show when the Vikings were down 33-0 to Indy, and then guess what? They came back and won. So, yeah, I just thought to that point, Michigan missed a lot of open threes that they've been knocking down. They missed a lot. And, you know, I'm not going to say they're 20-1, so they're past the lucky point. The Chicago Bears are lucky. Okay, that's different. These guys are past that point. They're not lucky. But they sure do leap with the way they play the defense, trap the guy that comes into the lane, trap the big guy. They sure do leave guys open. And it just seems that teams like Minnesota not as talented as Michigan, I get that. But what did they go 0 for 13 from 3 in the second half after they had an 8-point lead? You know, I mean, It just seems like they just catch teams when they're not making shots.
All right,
I was pretty impressed. Actually, Michigan won that game without being able to hit any three. You know, they were struggling. Man, Michigan's point guard. Woo! Did he have a bad night?
Yeah.
They had a ton of turnovers, and I would say only very similar to Creighton. Only half of those that Michigan turned over were forced by Nebraska. Most of them were just idiotic passes and plays by Michigan. I was really, wow. Yeah. I'm not gonna like in my bracket. I'm not gonna knock Nebraska. Maybe one line, maybe from a 5 overall, number 5 overall, number 6 overall. They're still gonna be a 2. They're not gonna move very far. They got a big game Sunday against Illinois. Now this will be the key for them. How do you bounce back from that? Disappointing loss, played without your best player. You know, you're probably saying, what if, right? Now, how do you have it? And you got a team coming in, you know, Underwood's going to have them ready. So that'll be.
All right, so we got some comments. I don't know how to say this. THRWY account said, you guys are boring, and it's obvious this guy has no idea what play you're even talking about and is struggling to seem like he knows. And then Jake.
I kind of remember the play. I remember the play, obviously, was the go-ahead basket by Michigan. Right?
Just reading the comment. Yeah.
No, right. Am I right, AJ?
Yes, it was the go-ahead
basket. It was a go-ahead basket. I remember the play. I just don't remember. I don't remember seeing a replay of that. I don't know if I walked out of the room or what. I don't remember the thing. Yeah. I know more basketball than you, buddy. So there you go.
And I mean, the comment about boring. I mean, yeah, it's midnight. We just lost by 25. I don't know. I mean, we're just trying to get by. All right,
a lot of other people that don't think it's boring because they've been on here with it started, and actually more people are joining. So there we go.
Someone said, so what do we think about more Filipinos in the NBA?
Don't watch the NBA.
Yeah, I actually haven't watched much either.
I've been watching hockey this year, though. So, kind of interesting. They take a whole couple weeks off for the Olympics. That's kind of interesting. Because their whole damn league plays in the Olympics. You know, they're all from different countries.
Makes sense.
It's awesome. Awesome for the guys who don't get to go to the Olympics. They get a couple weeks
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
Any other comments?
Nope, that's it.
Chat pretty lively.
Someone, Blue Jay Babe said, if it's boring, then just go away.
Yeah, because the babe loves it. All right, so you want to forget boring. You want something exciting? Here's something exciting. See this guy over here? This guy with his hat backwards? Yeah. You've been screaming and clamoring for him. Tomorrow morning, bright and early. AJ
7
Analytics
hours.
tomorrow morning.
7 hours from now.
You got it all set up? You all ready to go?
We're getting there.
All right. And I'm gonna give more bad comments and opinions where I don't let facts get my way. So there we go. So there.
We don't have a lot of good analytics going around right now. I'll just say that. So.
Well, I think pretty amazing. 33 years. I'm trying to think. Somebody said Rick John. I think it was Martin that said Rick Johnson era. So 33 years. That would have been 90. Yeah, that was Rick Johnson era. That's Rick Johnson era where we're down 29 by half. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, he's going to be here tomorrow, which is Wednesday, if I remember correctly. Thursday, confirmation. Oh, did I tick Glenn off? Glenn is not happy with me. Jim Flannery. Boom, right here. After their game tomorrow night after their win tomorrow night against St. John's, Jim's going to be here Thursday. Then Friday, you don't want to miss Friday. Mike Rochon, another one of his classic game previews, setting up the UConn game. How great was today? I mean, he nailed it. He said Marquette's worst 3-point shoot team in the league. They can't hit threes.
They don't have to if they can dunk every time.
Well, they did hit threes. I'll just say, shot threes pretty well actually.
They didn't
And then
have
next
crazy
week,
percentage.
Coach Kingston, baseball team, gonna be on. Getting it done, AJ. Getting it done. I'm getting some guest book here. I like it.
Love it.
I would have what I like to do is get our opponents like press to come on. We tried that with UConn a couple times. They want no part of it. They think they're way too big to be on any little teeny tiny show in Omaha, because Stores has got to be 2-3 million people, right? I mean, and so yeah. Who else is coming up? What other games we got coming up? We got Seton Hall. Don't know anybody from there. Oh, we should get Fanta on here. But Fanta's so busy doing games. He did the Indiana game. Indiana beat Purdue, by the way. Congratulations, D-Rock. Way to go. That's a huge win. It's a huge rivalry. Huge win for D-Rock right there. Oof. Who do we play next? Is DePaul midweek next week?
I think so.
Yeah.
We pretty much have away game
DePaul
every Wednesday and a home game every Saturday.
Yeah.
Until
So Wednesday
March.
isn't DePaul Wednesday?
Yeah, I think so.
Am I correct?
I think so.
Yeah. So good luck in finding somebody. We used to have every team down have somebody, but this is before UConn joined the Big East. We could never find anybody with DePaul. There's nobody that covered them. We went to the Chicago Tribune. Is there anybody? No. We just get some stuff from some college kid. I think we actually had a college kid on one time.
They might have some coverage now.
Huh?
They might have.
Yeah,
some
they will be.
now.
They will be. Yeah. We had a gal. Did you ever listen to the Tony Kornheiser show when he was on the radio? When he was at ESPN radio? Now he does his own thing. There was a gal on there he had on. She used to co-host once in a while, and she actually covered Georgetown, so she was on our show. She goes, I can't believe you think this is a big thrill. I go, I listen to Tony all the time. So we sat and talked about Tony Kornheiser for a while. It was fun. All right, enough about me. It's getting late. He just got to get to sleep. He's got to get up early.
Yeah.
And do Blue Jay Banner today with me tomorrow morning because it's AJ's Analytics. The sun will come up tomorrow, people. We're one day closer to spring, one day closer to golf. And
True.
I will share tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to share something with AJ. It's really going to make him mad. All right?
Can't wait.
I know. So that's a tease right there, people. Thanks for joining us. We had a nice chat today. Nice group of people joining us live. Appreciate it. Still can't get people to come on. I don't get it.
Tim, what's your birthday?
9/6.
Someone in the comments, JK, said, guy in the blue sweatshirt, I'm guessing your birthday is August 23rd.
Yeah. You had a 1 in 365 chance.
It's pretty good odds.
Yeah.
AJ's Analytics.
For the second time, speaking of golf, for the second time in 3 years, I'll be spending my birthday in the home of golf, Scotland. Yeah, baby. All right. Jays go down. Yeah, let's hope it'll be a huge crowd, though, Saturday night. That'll be cool. The pink out is always a special night, no matter what the game. And with UConn in town, it's going to be a packed house, 7 o'clock. It's going to be awesome. Awesome atmosphere. So I'm looking forward to that. So thanks to everybody. Thanks to Coach Lou, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.